Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jonathan Cruz, and this is Dear Soulmate. What you're about to hear are letters written during my time in prison, appeared when I was isolated, confined, and confronting the deepest parts of myself. I wrote them to a soulmate I hope to find one day, reaching out from behind walls, both physical and emotional. These letters became my escape, my hope, and my truth. They're about love, pain, the light, the darkness, and the relentless search for something real when everything else had been stripped away. Before we get into this one, though, I wanted to share some thoughts and wisdom that have come with age. When I wrote this letter, I was barely 21 with only one real relationship under my belt, if we can even call it that. It was just childhood love. Since I was 16 when I got locked up, at that time, much of what I understood about love was pure fantasy with no practical knowledge or real understanding behind it. I didn't have like a good example with my mom and my dad, like showing me or even my mom and my stepfather. So there was no real good examples of what love was in life to really base anything off of, you know. So, many years have passed and I still very much believe in the concept of soulmate. But now I understand that compatibility doesn't subtract from the work a relationship requires. We're not born knowing how to be good partners. It's something we all have to learn and grow through. That learning may even require studying. Well, at least for me, it did. Can't speak for anybody else. As for men, we're taught that we should be leaders in a relationship, but our natural human instinct when leading is to dictate and demand of others. But a more thoughtful approach to leadership means that instead of expecting trust and respect, demanding to be heard, thinking our words should automatically carry influence, and assuming our partners should just care, we instead lead with trust and respect first. We start by listening. We allow the other person to influence us. We come from a place of genuine care. When we lead with these qualities, the other person is more likely to respond in kind. There will be times as a man when firm decisions must be made, but we use these moments thoughtfully and sparingly, only after we build a solid foundation where the other person willingly accepts being led. Well, without further delay, let's get into this one. Dear soulmate, I was thinking that should my words reach you, I might need to elaborate on my previous letter. The dream I asked you to share is just one of what I feel would be perfect moments of love between us. I can imagine so many more of these times, quiet mornings where your breath becomes my prayer, stolen glances that speak volumes the heart has no words for. But how am I to know if these moments would represent perfect love to you as well? I truly feel they would be, but only if I could know for certain. If I could see you now, my first three questions would be: have you longed for me as I for you? Is the love I feel in my soul in vain? And may I make a vow to you? If I could, it would be this: through life and death, by my honor and with God as my witness, I vow eternal love for you. But now I find myself wondering two things. First, what would your answers be? And then, what questions would you ask of me? I truly believe that should we be reunited in this life, being with you would never cease to be a mystery, just as these letters are now. You would be my favorite poem, one I spend forever learning to recite. I cannot see all the possibilities of love and life we could share together. Can there even be limits when this love seems to know no boundaries? It flows freely from my heart and soul, like rivers seeking the ocean of your being, down through my hand to this medium of exchange, from pencil to paper. Hopefully, it will reach your hand, and once seen by your eyes, flow through you freely to enter your heart and soul, where it belongs like stars belong to night. It is getting late here now, and darkness reminds me that you are the dawn I am waiting for. So my last words for today shall be this: the harmony of unity and eternal love awaits you, my beautiful angel, my soulmate. With love, another day, your love. That's the word for today, for dear soulmate. New letter drops Friday. Connect if it resonates. Linktree has all my spots. And that is linktree / Jonah Cruz 63. That is JONACRUZ 63. Stay true, and I hope that your search for your soulmate comes true.